What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy ATruckerNamedJay, checking in, man. Wanted to come at you guys with another video, and I want to speak on something that I kind of want to speak on the opposite of what everybody likes to talk about when it comes to leasing the truck, right? So I watch YouTube a lot more now because I have a lot more free time. And, I understand that, everything is good right now. A lot of money is being made right now. People are jumping into, lease trucks. They're buying trucks. They're expanding their fleets. I've expanded recently. And all that's great. All that is amazing. All that is cool. But I do want people to start thinking about other things besides all the great things that can and probably will happen when you become an owner-operator, lease operator, or, 1099, whatever. What I mean by that is we always fall into this, what's the most money I can make trap, or what's the best that can happen. We always look at things for the best case scenario. And what I've come to realize is a lot of people really aren't prepared, aren't worried, or really just don't think that bad things can happen to you when you decide to lease a truck. You understand? And when I say bad things, I'm not talking about breakdowns. That's one thing we got to stop. We have to stop looking at breakdowns as a bad thing. We do. I'm not gonna be, I'm not gonna cap and say that I like breaking down, but the more stuff that I have that I can write off, I'm cool. You know what I mean? Like, as long as it's not no, knock on wood, no major catastrophic type shit, even if it is, that's the game. And I can tell just by watching people that people don't really understand the risks when they sign up for this type of stuff. There's no way that you do. Because if you did, there wouldn't be so many of these reactionary videos and I used to do it as well, where if anything go wrong, anything don't go exactly how you want it to go, you in your feelings, you're upset, you're trying to figure out what went wrong, and you ready to reevaluate your whole situation because the tire went flat. Or because the load got canceled. You know what I mean? Or because, you hit something. Let me tell you something, man. That is the game. You have to understand that there are two sides of the coin. And I understand that only one side gets bragged on, only one side get publicized a lot, but there is that other side. No matter what option you choose to do, this shit can fail. And it can fail bad. If you're thinking about putting drivers in trucks, if you're thinking about getting an authority, if you're thinking about spending anything over $10,000 at the same time, it can go bad. You can spend $12,000, $15,000, $20,000 on a truck, and that truck take a dump on you in a month. We've seen it. You can lease a truck, brand new, and have major mechanical issues before you get to 100,000 miles. We've seen it. So for anybody who thinks that any one situation is without risk, that's a foolish thought process. It just really is. It's risk in everything with trucking. The minute you decide that you want to participate in this industry, it's risk. It's a reason why this has been top 10 for a long time, most dangerous jobs. Anything you have to be prepared, man, because you'll never see it coming. And so I just kind of, and this isn't to scare anybody away. This isn't to, make anybody change their mind or anything. I just truly want people to be prepared for everything. People always want to know, what's the highest cents per mile that you've gotten? You're asking the wrong question. Some of y'all out here, chasing all these astronomical rates per mile. You don't even know what's the least amount of money that you can pull. What if you take a load and you upside down? What if you run a full week and upside down? Again, the market isn't always going to be as favorable as it is now, especially if you pulling just regular freight, right? That's what they tell us. So what's the lowest cents per mile that you can pull? Is your lease too expensive? If you go pull a load for $1.75, are you going to make profit or are you going to be upside down? What happens if you have a $4,000 bill next week? What are you going to do? Are you prepared to not make money for a month at times? Are you prepared to be stuck in Arizona and you damn near got to pay $1,000 for one tire? Are you prepared for that? Are you prepared to get a DOT inspection done at a TA and the next day still have DOT go and find something wrong with your truck when you just got a DOT inspection the previous day? Are you ready for that? Are you ready to be driving and you got an emergency at home, but then you have an emergency with your business? And I just really hope and pray that you are it is my duty as someone who is going through it, for anyone who is asking me for advice or for, my experience on these things, to fully educate. Because again, you get caught up in the image of success on YouTube as far as truckers go. You see the guys, and it's easy to make this shit look like it's easy. I know to the camera it looks like, damn man, Jay always at the house. He doing this, he doing that, he doing this. He ain't never really in the truck no more and blah, 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 blah. But you got to understand, man, I have other things that supplement my income. I don't depend on it, but because it's there, it allows me to do other things. I've never hit that. So you might not be able to go home as much as me, or when you can go home, but you might not be able to stay home. You damn sure can be able to stay home as long as you want to make money. You know what I mean? So I just really hope that you are looking just past the money when it comes to being an owner-operator. Looking past just the fame, the attention, the acclaim of, look at me, I got my name on the side of the truck. Don't fall into that. Because you're going to be the first one to lose your truck. You're going to be the first one to have a breakdown you can't afford. And not all carriers will front you the money. I know a lot of us are spoiled by carriers in that way, but not all of them do that. When you talk about, a lot of y'all that want to go and get 90%, 95%, them carriers are not paying for your expenses if you break down, to my understanding. Because I talked to two of them. They're not, you got a $1,000 breakdown, you only making 80% or, 75% or whatever, or, even you only making 65, like a mega carrier at least, they're taking care of all those things for you. A mega carrier at least will take care for you. A carrier that's paying you probably 70 to 80%, 85% will front you the money. That's almost like a credit loan type situation. But these carriers where you guys want to go and have all this responsibility because it sounds cool, and then, you think, it makes your dick a little longer. But then when shit hit the fan, man, again, I don't want to see nobody do bad. So I would rather you do something that you are comfortable with, and it may not be what you want to do right then. You may not want to lease a truck, or you may not want to pull for this carrier, you may not want to do this business venture, but you'll probably have a higher success rate if you do. Because if you try to jump out there without a life jacket, in the deep end, ain't nobody out there going to help you. I'm going to tell you that right now. Everybody friends on YouTube, and some of us talk offline. Ain't nobody sending nobody no money. Not no 4 digits. Nigga might see you, a couple dollars for some coffee or something like that. Don't let these, we want to help truck driver YouTubers fool you. Ain't nobody finna send you no large sum of money to help you with your shit that you supposed to be able to handle. So when you get out here and you get in these trucks and you start these business ventures or whatever it may have you, be prepared for everything that comes with it. Know how much you need to make to be profitable. Know how long can you go without getting paid again. One was, check it. I cannot stress, if you are not doing pre-trips or watching things on your truck, You do not need to be purchasing a truck. You just don't. I'm just going to be honest with you, man. I'm not saying you got to be a diesel mechanic and got to be able to go under your truck and spot all that shit. No. But if you can't spot when your tire needs to be changed, or, you know, you can't change, you know, small stuff or notice small things, or, you know, or just don't have the knowledge to be like, man, you know what? It's been a month and a half. Let me go look. You know what I mean? If you ain't going to be that person that wants to spend money, you cannot be stingy with spending money on your truck. Just can't do it. You got to spend the money, man. I see so many guys, especially out of the port, but I guess maybe that's just the port thing, where you'll get in their trucks, man, and there's lights. It look like Christmas on them dashboards, but them jokers drive them trucks every day, and they don't care. You can't do that, OTR. You can't do that on the road, man, because the sensor will turn into a $5,000 problem that fast, especially with these newer trucks. Everything all connected and shit. So that's all I got, man. I kind of rambled a little bit, but I hope that my point was received, man. I just want everybody to do good, man. I want everybody to really avoid falling into the trend of just jumping on something because it sounds good without fully knowing what you're getting yourself into. You know, my hope is that people out here making educated decisions that lead to productivity and a lot of money for you. You know, so if you've done that, then congratulations. If not, man, maybe you need to sit back, take a step back. Ain't no rush. This money ain't going nowhere. It's not. You know what I mean? Like, as much as they want to threaten us with self-driving trucks and this and this and this, you know, I don't foresee it taking over in even at least the next 20 years. A lot of us are in our 20s, 30s, and 40s, so we'll be towards the tail end of our of our careers anyway. So get it. You know, the money is going to be here. So you cannot sacrifice quality for profit in trucking. You gonna pay now or pay later, but you gonna pay. Believe that. You can pay now or you can pay later. 9 times out of 10, when you pay later, you probably pay double. I'm trying to tell you what I know. So, but that's all I got, man. As always, you know the vibe. Stay safe, stay positive, stay productive. God Family Trucking. As always, man, keep pushing. Your goals are closer than what you think they is, man. I'm out.